Identity and Shelter. Egon Zehnder invited distinguished architect Sir David Chipperfield and Axel Springer chairman and CEO Mathias Döpfner to discuss the power of architecture as an expression of corporate and civic culture, and the pulling power of Berlin as a creative capital.
Why is now Berlin the hottest place? Why has all of a sudden Berlin become the most, desirable?
Because it's a city of options. It's like the gold rush. People go there, there's a certain vague promise that they can do things, and they can do. And that is true for architecture because there's space. And it's true for art and startups because it's relatively cheap. And it's all undefined, it's open. Berlin is still a relatively undefined city.
Yeah. And there are opportunities, but it's not just opportunities. I think it's also, it's undefined, but at the same time, it still has a certain rich texture. It's got lots of character. It's quite strange that it's not a beautiful city by any imagination. But at the same time, it's full of moments which are rich.
I simply give you the example of the architecture competition that we are doing at the moment to build a new space for our new media campus. There is a need that we develop a new corporate spirit, a spirit that brings together the, let's say, old media people and the new media people. They're speaking different languages, they have different cultures, different lifestyles, different work styles. It's totally diverse, and at the moment it's very clearly separated. And if it remains that separated, then the whole company of Axel Springer doesn't make any sense in the long run. Yeah. And also here you could say, in the digital economy, why do you need a building? People can do whatever they have to do from their homes. They don't need a working environment in the traditional sense of the word. But we thought that the redefinition of work and life, and also the attractiveness of a newly defined workspace can bring people together, motivate people to come together, and can create a new common spirit.
I think one of the challenges that exists in architecture, but I think it's beyond architecture, is that in our contemporary condition where risk is such a respected problem and where management structures become the way by which responsibilities and risks are minimized, the less quantifiable qualities of our life are more difficult to have a voice.
Architecture can only react to corporate culture and can only influence corporate culture if the corporate culture is understood and if there is some way of connecting. It's influencing, I think, each other in both directions. What I think is more important, I in general believe that aesthetics and beauty and the concept of office space is deeply influencing people's behavior and, of course, also the corporate culture and the style of a company.
Because time and money are absolutes. This is the budget, this is the time. Quality is not an absolute. Everybody can say,
it's objective.
We want it, and don't worry, Mr. Chipperfield, we're going to make this project so exactly how you want it, but so it's very, very difficult to give voice to the less quantifiable issues.
If the only basis for a decision is only numbers or quantifiable aspects, the likelihood that you're going to make the wrong decision is pretty high. I've realized that several times in my professional life.
So we have to be
exactly. We need, in a way, an advocate for the qualitative factors.
My experience in Germany in relationship to this sort of corporate culture, it seems to me that the Mittelstand companies have an invested idea in the health of their company. And as a rule, tend not to underestimate all the things that you were talking about. I mean, it's quite amazing. You do not find this so clearly in other countries. I was just so impressed how they put money back in to long-term ideas. So these Mittelstand companies, I think, because of their structure and sort of their ownership.
They're owners and they're closer to their people and they care more.
So they see the long term.